Chapter 2. Where, when and how? History is divided into three periods: ancient period, medieval period and modern period. You have studied ancient history in the previous class. In this class we shall take up medieval history. It lies between ancient and modern history and its period is assumed from about 8th century to 18th century AD. Extent of region India was very large at the start of the medieval period. It extended right from Afghanistan in the west to Myanmar in the east. This region at present comprises the countries of Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Bhutan, Sri Lanka etc. Nepal, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Bhutan, Sri Lanka etc. changing names during the age of Mahajanapadas, 1000 BC to 500 AD, 16 Janpadas, Anga, Mughal, Kashi, Koshala, Matsya, Vajji, Malla, Vatsa, Chedi, Kuru, Pankalal, Surasen, Avanti, Asmaka, Gandharya and Kamboja rose to prominence. Chandragupta Maurya established the first empire in India and brought greater part of the subcontinent under one political umbrella. The Mauryan Empire reached its zenith during the time of Ashoka the Great, which included the present Afghanistan, Pakistan, Nepal and the whole of India proper, excepting Assam, northern Mysore and northwest Madras. Another big empire was built up during the Gupta period, 300 to 450 AD, stretching from the Himalayas in the north to river Narmada in the south and from Gujarat in the west to Bengal in the east. The Mughal Emperor, Akbar, 1556 to 1605, unified the whole of the subcontinent, consisting India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. Myanmar and Sri Lanka were also part of the British Empire until 1937. Sources of information: there are two main types of historical sources. 1. Archaeological and 2. Literary. 1. Archaeological sources. Inscriptions written on plates of copper or engraved on stones and rocks have been found in large numbers in several villages and temples. They provide us authentic information about important events and their dates, the qualities and the achievements of the rulers, their art and administration, etc. The study of inscriptions is called epigraphy. 2. Coins. They throw a good deal of light on important historical personalities, events and economic conditions of a period. The study of coins is called numismatics. 3. Monuments. Temples, forts, and palaces. Several temples were built in different styles of architecture by various rulers. Brihadeshwara Temple, Tanjavur, Kandarya Mahadev Temple, Khajuraho, Lingaraj Temple, Bhubaneswar, Kailashnath Temple, Ellora, the Lingaraj Temple, Kalidas Temple etc. are some of the famous temples of medieval period. The monuments includes the Qutub Minar at Mehrauli, Vijay Stambha at Chittor, Buland Darwaza at Fatehpur Sikri, Taj Mahal at Agra, Red Fort at Delhi, etc. Forts like Red Fort, Chittor Fort, Agra Fort, Gwalior Fort and palaces at Jaipur, Jodhpur, etc. 2. Literary sources. The early writing was done mostly on palm leaves and birch bark. From the 13th century onwards, paper began to be used for writing books. The literary sources include the following: autobiographies or memoirs. The memoirs of Babur and Jahangir were autobiographical accounts of their period. These were written in the first person. 2. Biography and chronicles. Various authors wrote chroniques about the life and activities of various rulers and dynasties. Kalhans Rajatarangini is an account of the rulers of Kashmir. Kumarapal Charita by Kashamindra and Prithvi Raj Raso by Chand Bardai are historical accounts of the medieval age. Akbarnama written by Abul Fazl is a biographical account of the life and reign of Akbar. 3. Literary works. Literary works include autobiographies and memoirs like Tuzuk-i Babri, Ain-i Akbari, Tuzuk-i Jahangiri, etc. These are illustrated with beautiful painting, called the miniature painting. They throw a good deal of light on the development of art and painting. 4. Accounts by foreign travelers and historians. Foreign travelers like Al-Biruni, who visited India during the 11th century, wrote vivid accounts of the contemporary history, geography, astronomy, philosophy, etc. Minhas and Bani wrote the history of Islamic rulers and sultans in India. Amir Khusro wrote Tughlaqnama during the 13th century. B. Literature. Dandin's Banas Kalhans Bilhanas Charita, Dashkumar Charita, Harsh Charita, Raj Tarangini, Vikramank Devachand Bardais Prithvi Raj Raso, etc. are great literary works of historical nature. Besides the above, a host of secular literature was also produced, which includes dictionaries, works on grammar, dramatics, medicine, romance, religion, etc.